So how many friends do you have on Facebook? Just want you to think about that just for a second, right? How many friends do you have on Facebook? It's a craze that's out there these days, especially for those of us who are actually on Facebook. Now, let me just be honest with you. You actually don't have that many friends. We have acquaintances, and certainly Facebook has labeled that, but actually sociologists and psychologists tell us that it's impossible for us to maintain friendships with 3,000, with 4,000 friends, right? We have a limited number of people that we could possibly know. It's a very limited number of facts and figures and birthdays and conversations and relationships that we can maintain. The human being, it's impossible to maintain relationships with as many friends that you have on Facebook. Now, with that being said, I want us to consider something. I want you to imagine the biggest beach in the entire world, whatever that beach is. I want you to imagine that this beach stretches for hundreds of miles. Now, in that beach, vast and deep and wide, I want you to imagine how many grains of sand are on that beach. It's mind-blowing to consider on a deep and wide and vast beach, hundreds of miles long, how many grains of sand there. Now take that number of grains of sand on that beach and multiply it by like 1,000. Now imagine how many grains of sand are we talking about now? And translate that into human beings. That's a lot of people. That is a number of people that is so overwhelming, like our brain can't even think of that many numbers, much less people. Now imagine having an intimate, personal, irrepeatable relationship with every one of those people. That's God. Wow. That's amazing. To consider that of all of the human beings that have ever been on this planet, no one has ever looked like you, acted like you, or talked like you. When I consider that, I am in awe. And yet I want us to consider that today. I want us to imagine that God, when He made you, He knew what you were going to be like when He created you. He knew that little wrinkle under your eye, and He knew that little something about your elbow, and that little quirky part of your personality that nobody really knows about, like God knows about that. In fact, God knows you better than you know you. And He knows all people in the world the same way. All at the same time. Wow. That's amazing. Let's think about that today. The fact that you were irrepeatably made, unique, and like no other person. Enjoy that consideration today. Be in awe of that today. And until we continue our conversation tomorrow, may God bless you, that irrepeatable person that He made.